You will fail and you will succeed. But neither will define you unless you let them. So the question is, what will you do when the moment passes? Life doesn't hand out permanent trophies or eternal defeats. Success is a snapshot. Failure is a frame. But the movie of your life, that's what counts. Today, let's talk about why success and failure are both just moments, and how you can rise above both to build something that lasts. Success is a moment, not a destination. And understanding this truth can completely change the way you live, strive, and grow. Too often, we're taught to chase success like it's a final stop, like there's a finish line where we'll finally be able to rest, finally feel worthy, finally be enough. But the truth is, success is never the end, it's just a moment, a snapshot in time, a reward for consistency, discipline, and resilience that came before it. The problem is, when people achieve a goal, whether it's getting the job, buying the house, winning the award, or receiving the applause, they start to believe the race is over. They get comfortable, they stop moving forward. But success is a moving target, and if you stop evolving after your first taste of it, you'll slowly fade into the shadows of your former glory. Think about all the athletes who won once and disappeared, the entrepreneurs who struck gold and then vanished, the artists who made one hit and never followed up. They mistook a moment for a lifetime. And that's the danger. When you treat success like a destination, you stop doing the very things that got you there in the first place. You lose the fire, you lose the hunger. But those who understand that success is only a moment, they keep showing up. They celebrate, yes. They appreciate the win, yes. But they don't unpack and live there. They know the world doesn't stand still. They understand that yesterday's success won't carry them through tomorrow's challenges. The most powerful people, the truly great ones, they wake up the day after a victory with the same drive they had the day before it. Because they know success is rented, and the rent is due every day. There's no permanent status. There's no "I've made it" badge that lets you cope. The world is full of people who once had it all and let it slip away because they stopped working, stopped learning, stopped growing. So if you've won, if you've tasted success, honor that moment, but don't freeze in it. Let it inspire you, not paralyze you. Let it remind you of your power, not fool you into thinking the work is done. There's always another level, another challenge, another way to expand who you are and what you can offer. True success isn't just about arriving, it's about continuing. It's about pushing boundaries long after the spotlight fades. It's about staying consistent even when no one's watching. And if you can learn to see success not as a destination, but as fuel for your next move, then you'll never be stuck. You'll never be trapped by the illusion that you've made it. You'll stay sharp, stay focused, and stay dangerous. Because you'll always be reaching, always becoming, always leveling up. Success is a chapter, not the book. It's a breath, not the whole conversation. And if you want your life to be truly powerful, then treat every success as a stepping stone, not a pedestal. The ones who keep rising are the ones who understand. The moment you think you've arrived, you've already started falling. Keep climbing, keep building, because there's always more inside you, and the best is never behind you, it's always ahead. Failure is feedback, not final. And once you truly grasp this, you'll stop fearing it and start using it. We're conditioned to avoid failure like it's a curse, like it defines us, like it proves we're not good enough. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful tools life gives us. It's not the end of the road, it's a signpost pointing us in a better direction. It's the universe's way of saying, not this way, try again, try better, try smarter. Every great story you've ever heard, every legend you've ever admired is filled with failure. Why? Because failure is the process becoming. No one wakes up excellent. No one arrives at greatness untouched by defeat. You fall, you get up, you adjust, you grow. That's how it works. Failure strips away ego. It forces reflection. It shows you where you're weak, not to shame you, but to strengthen you. The pain you feel when things don't go right, that's data, that's insight, that's gold. You don't learn when everything's easy. You learn when it breaks, when it burns, when it falls apart. and you're left standing there choosing whether to rise again. And that's the key. You have to choose to rise, because failure isn't final unless you make it so. Most people don't fail once. They fail and then quit. But the ones who make it, they fail forward. They take the hit, they process the lesson, and they come back sharper. Look around. The most successful people you know, they've all got stories of rejection, of embarrassment, of hitting rock bottom. But what made them different was this: they didn't let the fall define them. They let it refine them. They saw failure as a mirror, not a wall. And that's what you need to do. Don't internalize it. Don't say, I am a failure. Say, I failed, and now I know what doesn't work. That mindset, that's power. That's how you grow. Because failure is not your enemy. Fear is. Fear of failing stops more dreams than failure itself ever could. Fear makes you play small. It keeps you from taking the shot, from launching the idea, from stepping into your full potential. But once you realize that failure is just part of the process, that it's necessary, even beautiful, you'll stop being scared of it. You'll start welcoming it. You'll understand that every mistake, every setback, every closed door is leading you to where you're supposed to go, as long as you keep going. So the next time you fall, and you will fall, don't break, bend, don't run, reflect, don't give up, gear up. Let that failure teach you something no victory ever could. Let it humble you, toughen you, sharpen you. And when you rise, because you will rise, you'll do so with deeper roots, stronger armor, and unshakable clarity. Because now you know failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. It's the fire that forges the fighter. And if you failed, it means you're in the fight. So don't back down now. Keep swinging. Because failure is feedback, and you're getting better every time. You aren't shaped when you win. You aren't defined when you lose. You're built in the middle, in the quiet spaces between the highs and the lows, in the moments when nobody's clapping, when no one's watching, when the lights are off, and it's just you and your choices. That's where character is forged. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadow. Not on the mountaintop, but in the climb. Anyone can smile when they're winning. Anyone can keep going when the road is smooth and the applause is loud. But who are you when it's hard? Who are you when everything is uncertain? When you're tired, overlooked, doubting yourself, and still choosing to show up? That is where true greatness begins. The space between success and failure is where resilience is born. It's in those moments where you don't feel strong, but you act strong. Where you want to quit, but you don't. Where your mind tells you to stop, but your heart says, just one more step. That's the making of a champion. Because consistency in the middle, not the outcome, is what separates the powerful from the average. People don't rise because they always win. They rise because they refuse to stop when they lose. They rise because they grind in silence. They build discipline when no one's cheering them on. They say yes to growth when no one's offering rewards. You see, the in-between is uncomfortable. It's full of questions. It's full of waiting. It's full of uncertainty. But that's where identity is shaped. That's where your values are tested. That's where your purpose is clarified. The fire you walk through in those in-between seasons, that's what burns off your ego. That's what shows you what you're made of. You don't become unshakable by skipping the struggle. You become unshakable by going through it. Real warriors are not made in moments of glory. They are made in moments of grit. So if you feel stuck between where you were and where you want to be, good. That's your training ground. That's your preparation zone. Don't rush it. Don't despise it. Lean into it. Trust it. Because the version of you on the other side of that in-between space is stronger, wiser, and more dangerous than you can imagine. That's the version that earns respect. That's the version that can carry success with humility and face failure with grace. That's the version who can't be broken because they were built in the in-between. So don't fear the middle. Embrace it. Because when the world finally sees what you've become, you'll know exactly how you got there. Don't chase success. Don't fear failure. Chase purpose. Because at the end of the day, when the trophies are dusty and the applause is gone, what will matter most is not what you achieved, but why you did it. Purpose is bigger than results. It's deeper than praise. It's the fire that keeps burning when the wins are small and the setbacks are big. Success will come and go. Failure will visit again and again. But purpose stays. It roots you. It gives you direction when life gets loud. It gives you strength when the journey gets hard. People who chase success become addicted to approval. They start performing for the crowd. They lose themselves in the image. But people who live with purpose, they're unshakable. They don't move based on who's watching. They move because they're called, because something inside them refuses to settle, refuses to stay quiet, refuses to quit. Purpose is the reason behind the reason. It's the thing that makes the work matter, the thing that gives your struggle meaning. And when you're driven by purpose, you don't collapse under failure. You rise from it. You don't get arrogant in success. You stay anchored in what really matters. Purpose keeps your feet on the ground and your eyes on the horizon. It tells you that your value isn't measured by your outcomes, but by your impact. And that impact doesn't require a stage. It doesn't require a title. It just requires consistency, heart integrity, vision. You can have all the money, all the awards, all the admiration in the world, and still feel empty if your life isn't rooted in purpose. But even if you lose everything, even if you face rejection after rejection, even if you fall 100 times, if you've got purpose, you're still winning. Because you're walking in alignment, and alignment is more powerful than applause. Purpose gives you peace when nothing's working, and it gives you humility when everything is. The truth is, not everyone will understand your purpose. Not everyone will see your vision, and that's okay, because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. Your job isn't to prove your purpose to the world. Your job is to protect it, feed it, follow it with everything you've got. Purpose makes the journey worth it. The pain, the process, the patience. Without purpose, success is shallow. With it, even failure becomes fuel. So don't chase the outcome, chase the mission. And if you haven't found it yet, keep digging. Because once you do, once you know your why, there's no storm, no loss, no obstacle strong enough to stop you. Purpose doesn't need permission. It just needs commitment. So make the choice not to live for moments, but to live for meaning. Because when your why is strong, you can endure any what. And that's how legacies are built. Not by people who had it easy, but by people who lived on purpose. Success is a moment. Failure is a moment. But you are a force. So don't stop moving. Don't stop growing. And don't let any one moment tell the story of your life. Keep going, because the real victory is becoming who you were born to.